I'm on cloud 9, 10, 11, and 12, and if you got a few more, I'll jump on them too.
We got questions from the peoples.
First and foremost, this movie looks fantastic. F. Gary, I've been a fan of yours since Set It Off. That was just an amazing movie.
What about Friday?
Oh, I'm gonna get to that.
Damn, O'Shea.
What you saying? I'm just saying.
I saw Friday too many times. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Never enough.
But your last film, Law Abiding Citizen, was shot. Well, it came out in 2009, and this movie came out in 2015. So I'm just curious, like, your work has been great. Why did it take, like, for you to do something else after Law Abiding? Why did it take so long? Or were you on a break? Or what was that like? And also, the state of films or making films or as actors, like, what's that like now, currently? Like, the state of Hollywood with African-American actors or minorities, you know, getting roles, or you yourself producing films or making films. Like, what's that like, and why did it take so long for you to...
Thank you for the question. Why did it take me so long to make another movie from Law Abiding Citizen? I've been working on this movie since 2011. You know, making films are really hard. I'm not smart enough to do one a year like some of these filmmakers are good enough to get out there and do it. And for me, there's not enough money to make films for me. And I'm saying that because it's such a hard process that my heart has to be attached to the story. And even if the script's not perfect, I have to buy in with honestly what I feel in my heart. And so there's a lot of material that gets offered to me all the time, but I just don't connect with it. Hollywood doesn't develop enough stories for me to just jump in and make a movie every year. So when I got Straight Outta Compton, I was even afraid to do that one because I know the guys, I know the story, and I'm thinking there's so many ways you can get it wrong. But when I talked to Cube and I read the draft, I said, you know what, this is history. I have to do this. So I bought into this with passion, and it took me 4 years to put it on the screen. And it was worth it. And when you see it, hopefully you feel the same way. I think by far, all of those films, Set It Off, Negotiator, Italian Job, all those films trained me for this one. And this one, by far, I think is my best.
When it comes to getting films made, it's still the hardest thing to do. You know, no matter how many films you got under your belt, it's still the same process of getting it green lit. You know, you can do a movie that make a whole lot of money, and then you go for your next meeting, and you back at the bottom. You back starting with a script and who you gonna put in it, and you gotta attach good people to it before people even buy it. So you gotta damn near walk in with the script, and I think Gary Gray gonna direct it. I think we gonna have this actor, and you gotta kind of come in with your dream team, and then you know you start to get the ball rolling. But you know the hardest thing in Hollywood is to get a movie green lit, just because it's the same process for most directors. You know, even Steven Spielberg, Quentin Tarantino, F. Gary Gray, Scorsese, all these dudes still got to go in and convince the studio to make it, because you know they're not only out the millions for the movie. So if this movie costs over $30 million to make, so they got to put another somewhat $25 to $30 million in advertising.
I think it was 29.
Huh?
I think it was 29. Don't give me extra money I didn't have.
Hey man, shit. Well, anyway, 29, but still, you know, it's like it's a big investment. You know, you look, they in for, you know, about $50-60 million on this movie. So for somebody to give you that to do a movie, you got to have your shit together for sure, for real.
Thank you for breaking down that wall for us, though, guys.
Yeah.
Because we still part of the NWA family tree right here. You know what I mean? Like they letting us do what we do and show our art, give us a chance to make history. You know, change our life and rattle that up a little bit. So I appreciate that, for real.
And
I know Corey coming off Broadway, right, and doing this film, right. I'm sure the offers for all of y'all. You know, I'm hearing the early, you know, critics loving this, right. So they're gonna be coming after all of y'all. I mean, I'm seeing the press. I'm sure y'all seeing the press.
I mean, are the phones ringing a little bit more by being in this film?
You know, things are happening, but we just got them to thank for that, for this opportunity. But at the same time, we still appreciate that there are other artists, there are other musicians, there are other, people, actors who haven't had that opportunity. But success for me, in my head, is sort of when luck, meets that preparation. And it could happen at any time. And like you just said, you could be at the top on one movie and then come in for the next one and you starting at the bottom again.
Oh, yeah, because we definitely still auditioning.
For sure.
They ain't coming like that.
It's nothing but you just got to continue to, for us, I know it's like we just got to continue to just do the work that we passionate about, man. And it don't matter what the story is, but we gotta be connected to it, and we gotta do it right. The way that they did it right, the way that we did it right on this movie, and put the money behind it, raise the money, go see the film,
First
support
weekend.
it, and really get behind what we do, So that's my little 2 cents.
There you go.
All right, I just want to say specifically to Ice Cube, I really appreciate the whole issue with NWA. That's when hip hop was really real, and it really utilized the aspect of the struggle and what we had to go through. With that being said, I know you guys have seen the level of police violence going on with the recent killings of Eric Gardner, Walter Scott, Tamir Rice, and others. Do you feel that things have gotten better, or it's just become more viral? And I know hip hop has gotten a lot more commercial. Do you feel as though more pivotal artists such as like J. Cole, Drake, Kendrick Lamar, even though he is doing like a lot of things, especially with his new album, do you feel that they should speak more on this particular aspect?
As far as police, issues with police, things are not getting better. They're just being videotaped. Social media is better, and we need to apply the pressure and hold these officers accountable. They're starting to be held accountable. A couple of them are getting indicted right away for clearly breaking the law. So that's starting to get better, and hopefully we'll see that trend continue. As far as artists, I think an artist should do what he feel. I don't think an artist should be pressured into making statements or to stick their neck out or to do anything out of their own heart and their own passion. It's enough A&R suckers around here making them do records they don't want to do, let alone making them do protest records, which bring a lot of heat. So you got to be ready for that heat. And so artists should do what they feel. They should continue to always do what they feel. I love what J. Cole is doing. I love what Kendrick is doing. Kanye even has a lot to say sometimes. So, it's a few artists that still got things to say. I blame the turn on our media outlets, and our hip hop outlets that we had at the time. At the time, they turned on positive rap that was political, and they exchanged it for booty music, smoking blunts, get your club on, get your jewelry up, what I'm saying, where your bitches at, all that, they really pushed it into that realm. So it's up to the artist to take it back, and it's up to the artist to say what you feel and not care if you get on the radio or not, because that part don't matter. What matters is that you're being true to yourself. You love what you're doing, and you catering to your own fans.
My man right here been having his hand up the entire time.
We got a guy right here. He's had his hands up for a minute. If we can get to him.
We voting for my man right here. We got your back, dog.
We riding for
I
you.
just want to say I saw the film and it was like The Black Godfather.
That's
like,
This is why we picked this man.
So my
Gary.
question is do you guys have any advice for a young black man trying to make it in their craft or trying to do stuff
Stay creative. Stay creative. Stay in the creative space, man. Keep a pen and a pad in your hand. You never know what you can do with that. That's powerful. And fall in love with what you're doing. not what you can get out of it. You know what I'm saying? If you do that, everything else would be gravy. We didn't know we was gonna be famous. We did records that we thought was straight underground. We thought they were so raw and dirty that you had to be a criminal to listen to it, so to speak. You know what I mean? That's a joke. But I'm just saying, we felt like our records was gonna be way in the back, and it blew us up, and we didn't know we was gonna blow up, and it just happened because we was true to what we was doing and not looking to blow up. So it's really about, if you fall in love with the music, then the music industry can't hurt you. If you fall in love with movies, art, writing, whatever, the industry can't hurt you. But if you fall in love with the flash, glitter, and the lifestyle and that, the industry is gonna frustrate the hell out you. So, fall in love with the right thing, and you'll be a happy artist.
And just worry about the now too, boss. You know what I mean? Just the now, because I'm a person with a past. You know what I mean? And I really thought that it was gonna affect my future in the most negative way possible. But, just with a different mindset, like I changed a lot. You know what I mean? I ain't had to stop dressing how I want to dress. I ain't had to start talking crazy. You know what I mean? I just changed my mindset. You know what I mean? Try to do something a little bit different. And I focused on that day. You know what I mean? I was trying to be ready on that day. And you got to do that, man. Everybody got to do that for themselves, because self-preservation is, what it's all about. Yeah.
And just do it. Don't worry. Don't wait for someone else. We started Friday when I was 24 years old. And that was before video phones, camera phones, and stuff that you can get easily on your laptop and stuff like that. And we just had a passion. We had a story to tell. We wanted to tell it. We didn't let anyone else tell us how to tell it, when to tell it, or why to tell it. So you have a lot of tools really right now that you have access to. Just get up and do it. And like you said, make sure you have passion for it. Don't try to please everybody else, because we can feel it. The one thing I love about this film is the heart in it. These guys delivered a heartfelt, world-class performance, each of them, and he gave his heart for this movie. And so all of that you feel. And so no matter what it is you do, be it a short film, a long film, or music, or whatever it is, try to tie it to your heart, and people will come. Don't chase them. Let them visit what you're doing.
Okay. Hi, my name is Erica. I'm actually from Compton, Lewisburgers.
There you go.
And I'm a NYU graduate student now. I went to UCLA back home, and so it's been a huge leap for me to move to New York and be away from LA and Compton. So Ice Cube, I grew up listening to NWA all my life. It's really had an impactful in terms of self-identity for me, and growing up in Compton and knowing, understanding firsthand what it's like to grow up in Compton. And so my question is, how do you think the film is going to impact the community now?
Hopefully the community will be inspired by our story. The city of Compton is going to be what it is. It's all about the people, and we have a chance to be something. And this movie shows that if you got a dream, you got heart, you got passion, determination, you could do what you want to do, and you can have fun, and you could do it your way. So hopefully it inspires the people in Compton to show their talent. The world has seen that it's a lot of talent, and not just Compton, but every city. There's talent there just waiting to be the next NWA or be the next Ice Cube or Gary Gray or whoever's out there that's doing things that they want to do. So it's really, hopefully the movie inspires people to be themselves and to do what they feel.
Hi guys.
How you doing?
So I just wanted to ask you guys, what are your opinions on hip hop education? Because at my school I have a teacher, and he's actually taking hip hop and hip hop lyrics, and say Kendrick Lamar's album, he took that and put that into a lesson plan, taught us, his students, and actually got Kendrick, to come to our school. And so I just wanted to know what are your opinions on that? What could we learn from rap and hip hop in today's society?
That's
to
dope.
me, it's dope. I think hip hop is to, learn about each other through hearing other people's expression, how they feel. It's a lot of knowledge in them lyrics. It's clever teaching and clever storytelling, and people respond to that sometimes you respond to that more than, read this, read that, read this, read that. I know everybody got to read. I ain't dissing read now. But I'm just saying people learn in different ways. So however you learn is always good, no matter, however you pick that up. So hip hop in school is dope, because people try to always talk about its negative qualities, but they never talk about its positive qualities on teaching people about people. And that's what he do. So I think it's great.
Y'all give it up. Eazy-E, Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, F. Gary Gray.
The real Ice Cube.
And the real Ice Cube. Straight Outta Compton.